Welcome back, and we're going to continue our lesson today on adding and subtracting fractions with like denominators. Bienvenidos otra vez. Vamos a seguir nuestras lecciones que hemos estado trabajando con sumando y restando fracciones con denominadores comunes. So, please take out your math book and turn to page 495, página 495. Pause the video right now if you don't have your book ready, but if you're ready, then let's begin. Okay, vamos a empezar. So on the solve and share, they tell us about Sebastian's cell phone. So let's look at what we know. Sebastian has 6/8 of a charge left on his cell phone. Tiene 6 octavos de su celular, de carga de celular. He uses 2/8 to play games. Usa 2 octavos a jugar juegos. I want to know how much is left. Yo quiero saber cuánto sobra. So, if I have to solve this problem, which operation would I be using if I want to know how much is left? If you said subtraction, great job. So let's go ahead and subtract our fractions. So this is a review lesson, so this is nothing new. So this should be pretty easy. Esto es una revisa, así que debe ser sencillo. So we're going to go ahead and write an equation. Vamos a escribir una ecuación. And that's my equation. Was that so hard? No. 6/8 minus 2/8 equals L. 6 octavos menos 2 octavos is igual a L. Now let's go ahead and solve for it, okay? So 6 minus 2, 6 menos 2, gives us 4. Very good. Do we do anything with the denominators if they're already alike? ¿Hacemos algo con los denominadores si ya son iguales? No, you're right, we do not. So we just leave it at 8. And my answer is 4/8. Now, you can leave your answer at here, but I noticed something about them. They have factors in common. We can simplify. Tienen factores en común. Podemos simplificar nuestras respuestas. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to rewrite 4/8 down here. And let's think. What are the factors of 4 and 8 that they have in common? ¿Qué son los factores que tienen en común? Now, if you're one of those students who have trouble with this, let's go ahead and show the work on the side here. Si eres uno de esos estudiantes que tienen problemas con esta parte, vamos a hacer el trabajo acá para que puedan ver qué tenemos que hacer. So I'm going to write the factors, los factores, not the multiples of 4. Los factores son 1, 2, y 4. With me so far? Now let's do the factors of 8. They have 1, 2, 4, and 8. That's all the factors that make 8, correct? Now, what is the greatest factor they have in common? Well, let's see what factors they have in common. They have 1, tienen 2, they have 4. Which is of the 3 factors do they have in common that's the greatest? ¿Cuál de los 3 factores que tienen en común es el mayor? It's 4. Es 4. So we're going to divide the numerator and denominator by 4. Vamos a dividir el denominador y numerador con 4. And this is not changing your answer. We're just making the numbers smaller. No estamos cambiando la cantidad de su respuesta. Solo los números van a ser más pequeños. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 dividido por 4 es 2. Un mitad. So, 4/8 is correct, but 1/2 is a better answer. Okay? And if you still need to see it, let me show you again. When we're simplifying, this is what we're doing. That's 4/8. Esos 4 octavos, ¿verdad? Well, by simplifying, all I'm doing is making the pieces bigger. Cuando yo estoy simplificando, solo estoy haciendo los pedazos más grandes. pero la misma cantidad todavía está colorado. The same amount is still colored. The numbers are bigger. The pieces are bigger. Let me correct that. But the amount shaded is still the same. Okay? If we're good, let's go ahead and continue to the next page. Turn to page 496, so that way we can go ahead and get started, all right? Let me look it up while you guys turn the page. All right. It says here on 496, Mary rides her bike 2/10 of a mile to pick up her friend Marcy for soccer practice. Together, they ride 5/10 of a mile to the soccer field. What is this distance from Mary's house to the soccer field? Así que Mary tiene que tomar, let me make sure I read that right, 2/10, dos decenas, to get to her friend's house. Mary and then both girls ride to soccer practice, and that's 5/10 of a mile. 5 décimos de una milla. So this is to soccer. I shouldn't make this Mary. I should write this as her friend's house. And her friend's house is Marcy. Let me fix that. Okay, I want to know how many miles they rode. What is the distance from Mary's house to the soccer field? So I want to know from Mary's to soccer. Okay, this is what we need to figure out. So if that's the case, what operation will help me solve that? Should we add or are we going to subtract? Are we finding a difference or a total? ¿Estamos encontrando una diferencia o un total? If you said total, you are correct. So what are we going to do? ¿Qué vamos a hacer? We're going to add. Vamos a sumar. So, now we go ahead and write this as an equation. So, put any variable you like for the question mark. I'm going to go with T for total. T para total. Okay, now let's solve for this. Again, you add the numerators. 5 plus 2 is 7. And do we do anything with the denominators if they're alike? Si son iguales? No. So we get 7/10 equals T. And that's all there is to it. Now, before we move on, does 7 and 10 have any factors other than 1 in common? ¿Tienen unos factores más que uno en común? 7 y 10? No, they don't. So this is as small as it's going to get. Esto es lo más pequeño que se va a hacer. So we don't have to change anything. Now, that's one way that they're showing you on the book to do this. The second way they're showing you how to do this is with a number line. So let's take a look at it with a number line. Esto es una manera que lo enseñaron en esta página, pero vamos a mirarlo con una línea de fracción de números para que ustedes entiendan. Okay. Now, if my denominator is 10, si mi denominador es 10, how many little lines am I going to draw? I'm going to draw 10, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. And I know some of you are like myself, so you drew one for 0. Remember, you never count 0. Si estás pensando, pero pusiste 1 para 0, ¿por qué no eso contó? Nunca cuentas a 0. Okay? Alright, so 2/8, 1 octavo, 2 octavos. I mean tenths. 10, perdón. So this is 2/10, correct? Now, if you're not understanding, 1, 2, okay? Now, she traveled 5/10, 5/10, decimos. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now let's count what did we get up to. So if this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 10. Decimos. And that's all there is to it with the number line. So you can do it one of two ways. You can do it with just the numerators, or you can do it with the number line. Whichever method works for you. But you should be familiar with both. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and continue. And if you have any questions, please post them on the Google Classroom. I will answer them when I get them. Alright, so let's go to the next page in the guided practice, la práctica guiado. Okay. So, they have another example, but this time with subtraction. I think you guys can take a look at that, and I think it should be pretty self-explanatory after you saw addition. Remember, cuando estamos sumando, we go to the right. When we're subtracting, cuando estamos restando, we go to the left on the number lines. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and continue. In the example above, so we're looking at that subtraction problem, how is the denominator illustrated on the number line? ¿Cómo estamos mostrando el denominador en la línea? Well, that should be easy. I'm going to have to draw this number line then. I was trying to avoid it, but ni modo. And while I'm doing my drawing, you should be able to figure out how it's being shown. So, if the fraction is 6/8 minus 4/8, remember, you never count 0. How is the denominator going to affect my number line? It's going to tell me how many little lines to draw. And how many am I going to draw? 8, because of the denominator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1. We might as well show it now that we're already here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 eighths. Now I'm going to take away 4 eighths. Voy a sacar 4 octavos. So, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So, that will take me to 2 eighths, because 1, 2. Dos octavos. So, again, how is the number denominator being shown? It's being shown through the number of tick marks that I draw on my number line. So let's write that down. The denominator is being shown by the number of tick marks drawn. El denominador está mostrado por el número de marcas que dibujamos. Líneas. Dibujado. Alright, if you need a moment to copy, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, I can keep going. Ok, vamos a seguir, pero si necesitas un minuto para copiarlo, pausa el video y puedes copiar y después puedes seguir el video. Alright, so let's look at number 1. Oh no, 2, I'm sorry. Draw a number line to represent 3 12s and 5 12s. tenemos que dibujar una línea para representar 3 docenas más 5 docenas. So we gotta add. All right. So we're doing 3 12s plus 5 12s. I know my group, you guys are able to keep going and do the numerator, but let's follow the directions. Vamos a seguir las instrucciones. So again, how many tick marks do I draw? ¿Cuántas líneas voy a dibujar? If you said 12, you're right, because of the denominator. Si dijiste 12, estás correcto, porque es el denominador. So we're going to draw that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw this. So we're going to draw 3 12s. Mark 3 12s. 1, 2, 3. And if we're adding, we're going to go to the left. Si vamos a sumar, vamos a ir a la derecha. Sorry, the right. Oof, sorry about that. We're going to the right. So we go to the right 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're here. So what did we get to? Yes, we got to 8 12s. 8 docenas. Now, I know we should stop right here and we're done, and you've done your minimum. But you know I'm going to say it. They're both even. Do they have factors in common? Tienen factores en común. Vamos a reducir. Let's simplify. Simplificar, debo decir. The factors of 8. Los factores son 8. De 8 son 1, 2, 4, and 8. The factors of 12, los factores de 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. ¿Cuáles tienen en común? Which ones do they have in common? 1, 2, and 4. ¿Cuál es el mayor entre los dos? Which is the biggest one in between the two? It's 4. So let's go ahead and divide our answer by 4. Just to get that smaller answer. Smaller numbers, not a smaller answer. Así que dividimos por 4. Eight divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 2 terceros. This is a good answer. Esto es una buena respuesta. This is a better answer. Esto es una mejor respuesta. Okay. Let's get 3 and 4, and then you guys are going to be on your own afterwards, okay? So. Number 3. So they want us to write the equation that's shown there, okay? So that should be simple enough. So it's by fifths. So we never count 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Empezamos el 1 quinto. And we go all the way to 3 fifths. Okay. So what are we doing, guys? Are we adding or subtracting? ¿Estamos sumando o restando? If we're going to the right, a la derecha, we're adding. Estamos sumando. So what are we adding to 1/5? ¿Qué estamos sumando a 1 quinto? Well, if I moved over, how many did I move over? Right, 2/5, 2 quintos. And that's all there is to it for number 3. Esto es lo único que van a hacer. Muy sencillo, ¿verdad? Very simple. And while we're there, 3 and 5 are both prime. They have nothing in common other than 1, so we can't make it smaller. 3 quintos, 3 y 5 son números primos, así que no tienen nada en común más que 1, así que no tenemos que hacer nada con la respuesta. All right, that was number 3. Let's look at number 4. So number 4, now we're doing 6. Three, 4, 5, 6. This is 1. So we're starting at 5, 6. And we're winding up at 3, 6. All right. So now, if we're going to the left, si vamos a la izquierda, what are we doing? Are we adding or subtracting? Sumando o restando? That's right, we're subtracting. So we're going to do 5, 6 because that's where we're starting. Eso es donde empezamos. How many are we taking away? ¿Cuánto estamos quitando? 1, 2. 1, 2. Sorry about that. My laptop decided to turn off. Okay? So we're going to take away 2, 6. Dos sextos. Which gives me 3, 6. And that's the equation. Oh! We have to write the equation. I have to backtrack. But let's do this one first. So, we have to write the equation. So the equation, this is your answer, right? So the equation could be written a number of ways. But the easiest one you could have written is 5, 6 minus 2, 6 equals x. Or you could have written 5, 6... minus x, porque no sabemos el x, is igual a 3 sextos, because they gave me 3, 6. Either one is correct. Cualquier de los dos es correcto. Okay? So this is what we're looking for. I apologize for number 3. Alright, let's go backtrack to number 3 just to make sure you do it right. Okay. So we came up for number 3. This is for number 4. Number 3, we had 1/5 plus 2/5 equal 3/5, right? So we could have just written 1/5 plus 2/5 equals x. Eso está correcto. Or you could have written 1/5 plus x, porque eso es lo que no sabemos, is equal to 3/5. Los dos son correctos. Okay? So for 3 and 4, they wanted you to write the equations. So be careful. Pay attention to what the directions are asking. I'm looking on the rest of the page. You're going to write the equations shown. So I want the equations for 5 through 8, okay? Alright. They didn't say solve. Alright, 219. Well, that's the end of this video. If you have any questions, make sure to send me questions on Google Classroom. Have a great day and good luck, and I will see you the next time. Well, you will see me. I will not. Alright? Bye.